guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, my name's Adrienne. I'm a mom with 2 kids and I'm newly engaged. I'm a health coach and a personal trainer, and here we talk about health, fitness, and do some really fun challenges as well. Today we're going to talk about sleep, which I feel like I don't talk about enough. I mean, it's super fun to take pictures at the gym or things like that. But if we're being honest, sleep is probably one of the most important pillars of health. Even your work in the gym is not going to show if you're not getting adequate sleep and recovery time. We can talk about nutrition all we want, but without adequate sleep, your hunger hormones and satiety hormones are going to be all out of whack, and it's going to be so hard to try to follow those intuitive eating or nutrition plans or however it is that you choose to go about your eating. I mean, sleep is so important. Inadequate sleep has been linked to things like depression, obesity, type 2 diabetes, even some forms of cancer. Sleep impairment has even been compared to alcohol impairment when it comes to driving and being able to kind of function in your daily life. So tonight we're gonna do my bedtime routine and some of my sleep hacks to try to help improve my quality of sleep as well as quantity of sleep. Really, when I get home from work, usually one of the first things that I do is hop in the shower, especially if I'm working in the gym, get changed into some super comfy clothes, take all of my makeup off because my skin is struggling right now with this winter weather. And once the kids are in bed and everything, I head downstairs to spend some time with my fiance and to start my bedtime routine. So I will meet you downstairs. My fiance likes to watch TV in the evenings, and it's really important to me to spend some time together and catch up on what happened during the day. Things that we maybe wouldn't talk about with the kids around. So I come and hang out on the couch with him and maybe have a light snack if I'm hungry. Right here I'm having bananas and almond butter. It's definitely one of my favorite snacks. I just try to make sure I do it as soon as I get downstairs if I'm gonna have a snack, because while it's not good to be hungry while you sleep and wake up from hunger, you also want to make sure that you're not eating within a couple hours of bedtime because you want to allow that time for adequate digestion. So a small snack a couple hours before bed isn't a bad idea. I don't really like to work at night because I really just like to be able to snuggle by the fire, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do because work doesn't always get done during the day, and sometimes there's still stuff left over that I have to address. When I have a screen like my computer or my phone so close to my face at night, I want to at least mitigate the amount of blue and white light that it's emitting. So on my computer I have a program called Flux. I will try to find the link and link it below. And on my phone, I actually have made it so that the entire screen turns completely red. Because lights at night, especially the blue wavelengths, can suppress the secretion of melatonin and disrupt your sleep and your ability to fall asleep. I've also made a conscious effort to cut down on the amount of caffeine I consume. I really love my coffee, but I cut myself off now before it gets too late in the afternoon, and if I want a hot beverage, I sip on some herbal tea. Right now, peach is my favorite. It's so good. I also like to write out my to-do list for the next day at night because that way I don't have all these thoughts swirling around in my head keeping me up. One night I actually had a nightmare about my to-do list and everything that I had to do the next day, and I woke up having a total panic attack. So this way it really gets it out of my mind and on that piece of paper, and then I don't have to think about it anymore. Snuggling helps your body to release oxytocin, which is dubbed the cuddle hormone. It has lots of benefits, including relieving pain, boosting your immune system, and stress relief. That alone can help you get to sleep faster. It's been linked to better sleep. I really tried to turn the bedroom into an environment that's more conducive to falling asleep faster and getting a better quality of sleep. The first thing that I like to do is turn on my diffuser. I use this deep blue essential oil. I mentioned it before in one of my favorites videos, which I'll link above. But ever since I started using it, we've really found that we fall asleep a lot faster. Another thing that I like to do is turn on some meditation music. Jason Stevenson has always been one of my favorite YouTube channels for bedtime. The kids and I used to listen to his guided meditations all the time to help us fall asleep. But these days I'm really liking some of his meditation music channels that I've recently discovered. I also have a white noise app on my phone, and I like to play the babbling brook or rainforest noises sometimes. Another important thing that I do before bed is making sure to turn my watch onto airplane mode and do not disturb. I do not want it going off in the middle of the night, but I do wear it because I really like its function to help me track my sleep. I've been using a red light at nighttime in my son's room for a while now, and I had been looking for one to put in my room to do the same. Then I saw one of Oh My Annie's evening routine videos where she used one, so I commented and asked her where she found it. She told me she had just done a search for red LED light bulbs on Amazon, so off to Amazon I went to do the same, and I found this one. I really love it. I'll make sure I link it below in case you're looking for one too. I really found that having this red light bulb makes a big difference in my nighttime routine. Because even though I'm in my bed, I'm still not entirely ready to go to sleep yet. I like to do some relaxation exercises before lying down just to help me actually get to sleep. But this way, I don't have that white, bright light in my face while I'm doing them, and I can still see to effectively function. If I get upstairs before my fiance, I like to do a little bit of stretching. It sort of takes my body into a wind down, and it really helps to relax me. I've been kind of on and off with future journaling over the years. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's writing about your goals as if they had already happened. So, for example, one thing that I might write might be, I am so grateful and so thankful that my family and I all live happily together in my dream home. And even though I don't necessarily have my dream home right now, I'm writing about it as if it's actually happening, and even picturing myself and my family getting along and living in this house that I really would like to have. That's just one example. You could write about anything, especially career. That's a big thing in my journal at the moment. Really recently, I watched this video by Sunny Lenarduzzi about how she uses future journaling at night to help manifest things, because it kind of puts your brain in the pattern where as you're going to bed, you're sort of sleeping on this idea of things already happening and letting your subconscious go to work. And I thought that was such a great idea. So I started incorporating it into my bedtime routine as well. It's something that I'm really working on making a habit of, and taking a couple seconds to picture how my life might look once all of these things play out just the way I would like. One of my favorite ways to settle down is by reading. A lot of people say that they fall asleep reading, and this is exactly why I do it at night. I usually read nonfiction books, business books, or even self-help books. But I've found that this often gets my mind racing and making me think like I need to do something and be productive or work on whatever it is that I'm reading about if I read about them right before bed. So I've been making an effort to read more fiction books at night. It's just a really great way to kind of let your mind escape reality and enjoy visiting a different world or a different perspective or whatever it is. It's a great escape from day-to-day life, not to mention all the benefits of reading. Then I take one more look at the journal that I had just written my future journaling in, just to make sure that my goals were top of mind and I was picturing myself as if they had already happened for when I fall asleep. And finally, my bedtime routine is over and I am ready to fall asleep. Have a good night.